Hello students, today we'll start with the module 2, that is phase controlled converter. Module 2 is phase controlled converter. In that the first topic is single phase half wave controlled rectifier with resistive load. This is the circuit diagram of a single phase this is the circuit diagram of say this is figure A. This is circuit diagram of single phase half wave because we have used here one thyristor and it conducts only during the positive half cycle, negative half cycle it is off. So it is single phase half wave controlled rectifier with resistive load. This is the resistive load. Now this is a rectifier, but this is a controlled rectifier. This is controlled rectifier. Now we'll see, this is circuit operation. We are applying the input signal here as 230 volt AC supply. Now here this is the step down transformer. Now during the positive half cycle, this end is positive, this end is negative. Path of the current is from point A, thyristor. After applying the trigger pulse, thyristor turns on. It allows the current to flow. So point A, thyristor 1, load and back to negative supply, which is shown with respect to the graph. This is the positive half cycle which is available at this point. This is positive, this is negative. When you apply the trigger pulse, means when the gate pulse is given here, it turns on. When it turns on, it allows the current to flow. So current flowing is here. Even the output voltage is observed this much. Same way, during the negative half cycle, this end is minus and this end is plus. So when the negative is connected to the anode and this is cathode and positive is connected to cathode, this will not allow the current to flow. So during negative half cycle, the current is 0, even the output voltage is also 0. Again for the next half cycle, this end is positive, this end is positive, this end is positive and this end is negative. Path of the current is, after applying the trigger pulse here, means see here, this is next positive half cycle. After applying the positive pulse, the thyristor turns on, then it allows the current to flow. The path of the current is shown here. So after applying the trigger pulse, the current flows, otherwise it is off. Here it is turned on. So this is the voltage, output voltage, and this is the current. The behavior of the SCR is, when the SCR is off, whatever is the input voltage, here it is off, SCR is off, whatever is the input voltage, same thing is observed across the thyristor. When the SCR is on, here SCR is on means output voltage is 0. Here SCR is, at this point with the negative half cycle, SCR is off. When it is off, same input voltage is observed across the thyristor. Here also the SCR is till here the SCR, till here the SCR is off. Means from here till here SCR is off. So when the SCR is off, same input voltage is observed across the SCR. Once the SCR is on here, output voltage is 0. Across the thyristor, the voltage is 0 across the thyristor. This is the waveform of voltage across the thyristor. Once the SCR is off, same input voltage is observed across SCR. Once the SCR is on, voltage across the thyristor is 0. Here the SCR is off, so same input voltage is observed across the thyristor. Here also SCR is off, same input voltage is observed across the thyristor. Here SCR is on, here it is on means voltage is across the thyristor, it is 0. This is the circuit operation and the waveform. Next we will derive some mathematical expressions. First we will derive the expression for, for the average load voltage. How much load voltage is obtained at the output side. Mathematically we will see now. Graphically and practically we have seen the circuit operation. It is denoted as EDC and it is given by the formula 1 upon 2 pi integration alpha to pi Em sin omega t into d omega t. This is what the 1/2 cycle will say. This is 1/2 cycle. Em sin omega t means this is 1/2 cycle. This much is 1/2 cycle. 1/2 cycle is given as Em sin omega t, but you are getting EDC only from alpha to pi. We are getting EDC from alpha to pi. So only in the mathematical expression we have taken alpha to pi. EDC, when we are calculating, it is integration alpha to pi, and what we are integrating? Em sin omega t. Now if we derive this mathematically, then we'll get 1/2 pi. Em is constant, integration of sin omega t into d omega t. Then we'll get Em upon 2 pi. Range of integration is from alpha to pi. Integration of sine is minus cos omega t, and the range is from alpha to pi. It can be taken as minus Em upon 2 pi. This is upper limit is cos pi minus lower limit is cos alpha, or minus Em upon 2 pi. Cos pi is minus 1 minus cos alpha. This minus and this minus will have Em upon 2 pi into bracket 1 plus cos alpha. When alpha is 0, we will be having EDC is equals to alpha. If you substitute 0, cos alpha is cos 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. This 2 and this 2 will go. So we will be having Em upon pi. For alpha is equals to 0, if I substitute here, cos 0 is 1 plus 1 is 2, this 2 and this 2 will go, so we will have Em upon 2 pi. So maximum output voltage obtained when alpha is 0 is Em upon pi. Next we will derive for second derivation, which is average load current. Now this is the average load current. We have derived EDC, average load voltage. Now we will derive IDC. EDC is done, IDC will derive. IDC is given as EDC upon R. EDC just now we have derived, which is Em upon 2 pi into bracket 1 plus cos alpha divided by R, or even it can be written as 1 upon R Em upon 2 pi into bracket 1 plus cos alpha. This is IDC. Next we will derive for third derivation. Third one will take, third derivation is for RMS load voltage, means ERMS we are going to derive. ERMS is given by the standard formula 1 upon 2 pi integration. The output is there only from alpha to pi, and it is Em sin omega t whole square into d omega t raised to half. This is root mean square. Root mean means we are calculating for 1 upon 2 pi square. Root RMS means what? Root mean square. So root is here, 1 upon 2, mean and square. This is square. This is mean and this is square. Now we need to derive. We need to simplify this. So this is Em. Em is constant. If I will take out Em square upon 2 pi, integration alpha to pi, sin square omega t is 1 minus cos 2 omega t divided by 2. Sin square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2 into d omega t raised to half. If we simplify this now, Em square upon 2 pi, this 2 will come out into 2. Now integration of 1 with respect to d omega t is omega t, minus cos integration is sine 2 omega t divided by 2, and the range of integration is alpha to pi raised to half. Then we will be having em square upon 4 pi, em square upon 4 pi, and this is omega t. Omega t upper limit is pi, so this is lower limit is alpha. Pi minus alpha minus half sine 2 pi minus sine 2 alpha. If we simplify for this one, raised to half. Then we will be having em square upon 4 pi into pi minus alpha minus half sine 2 pi is 0, and then sine 2 pi is 0, minus minus become plus, plus sine 2 alpha raised to half. This is the expression for RMS. Now when alpha is 0 we need to calculate. Now this ERMS can be written as, when alpha is 0, its value will be em square raised to half. It becomes em, and this is pi minus alpha. When alpha is 0, this is pi upon 4. This one 4 pi. This pi and this pi will go, divided by 4. And the 4 if it is taken out, or else if I write it, this is pi minus alpha divided by 4 pi plus sine 2 alpha by 2 raised to half. I have taken em square out of the square root. Then if I take alpha as 0, this answer is em, and here alpha is 0 means pi upon 4 pi plus, and alpha is 0, this is 0 raised to half. This and this term will go. We will be having em upon 2. This is the ERMS, maximum value when alpha is 0. This is the maximum RMS load voltage. Maximum RMS load voltage. I will repeat this once again. This is single phase half wave controlled rectifier. This is rectifier, controlled rectifier, because we have a controlled on the output. We have a control on this output voltage. We can change this firing angle. When you change the firing angle, the output voltage will change. So it is called as controlled rectifier. For the positive half cycle, after applying the trigger pulse, the thyristor turns on. This is the output voltage and this is the current. This one we are calculating mathematically, EDC, IDC and then ERMS. Positive half cycle, this end is positive, this end is negative. After applying the trigger pulse to the gate, current flows like this. For the negative half cycle, this end is negative, this end is positive, no current flows, which is shown in the graph. After applying the trigger pulse, output voltage is observed here. This is the current. Mathematically we are finding. Now this is the EDC. EDC means what? The waveform we have now, same thing we need to calculate mathematically, which has been calculated here, and it is given by formula 1 upon 2 pi for complete half cycle, positive and negative, but the output voltage is there from alpha to pi em sin omega t d omega t. And then we need to simplify this mathematically. We will get the answer as em upon 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. Similarly, IDC is what? EDC upon R. EDC you have the answer divided by R. This much is the answer. Then the ERMS is RMS, root mean square. Root mean square is given by, this is the root, mean and then square. And we are calculating for one complete positive and negative half cycle, but the output is there from alpha to pi only. So alpha to pi em sin omega t square d omega t. Sin square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Simplifying it, we will get em upon